This tutorial video is going to show you how to evaluate expressions with two different variables. You should have already watched the video about how to evaluate expressions with one variable. So yet again, a variable just means a letter, so X or Y, or you'll see some different letters later, and it represents an unknown. Like, we don't know what it is yet. And here's how you evaluate the expressions with them. So here's an example problem that you're going to see on a module. Evaluate the expression when X equals 2 and Y equals negative 3. And then they're going to give you an expression, 10x minus 4y plus 7. So the process is pretty much the same as last time on the other video. You copy down the 10, but since x up here equals 2, we're going to replace this x with a positive 2. Then minus 4. Since y up here is negative 3, we're going to replace the y with a negative 3. And then just add the plus 7. So you might need to stop the video to write all that down. Please make sure you're writing this entire phrase here, because otherwise you're not going to know what you're going to be doing. Then all you have to do is multiply. Remember, side by side means multiplied. So 10 times 2, I'm just going to do that in my head, is 20. So 10 times 2 becomes 20. I want you to treat this like a negative 4. So negative 4 times negative 3. And let's say you're not very good with negatives. Let's go to our calculator. Down here's a negative, so negative 4 times negative 3 is a positive 12. So since it's a positive 12, we're going to put plus 12. If it was negative 12, we would have put minus 12. And then we're just going to add that plus 7 on the end. It just kind of comes down. Then the last thing you have to do is just add all those numbers up. So let's do 20 plus 12 plus 7. And our answer is 39. So 39 becomes the total answer. So on the Khan Academy module, you would just type in 39 into the box, and there you go. So that's the first one. Evaluate expressions with two more variables. So let's look at another example. And we're going to hold off on that one for a while. Evaluate the expression when a equals 9 and b equals 0.5. So it's the same concept. We have an expression here, negative 3a minus 10b minus 8. So yet again, you're going to write negative 3. That just comes down. A up here is a positive 9, so we replace the a with a positive 9. Minus 10. B up there is 0.5, so I'm going to replace b with 0.5. And then it's minus 8. Minus 8. So yet again, real quickly, all I'm doing is I'm replacing the letter with what they told me the letter equaled. It equaled 9, so I just replaced it. Now all I have to do is multiply. Negative 3 times 9. Maybe you're not good with negatives, so negative 3 times 9 is negative 27. So negative 27. This is a negative 10, so negative 10 times a positive 0.5. So negative 10 times positive 0.5 equals negative 5. So I'm going to put minus 5 right there. If that were a positive 5, I'd put plus 5, but since it's negative, I put a minus. And then I just bring down that minus 8. Just bring it straight down. Then to get the final answer, let's put them all in the calculator. Negative 27 minus 5 minus 8. You hit enter, and you get negative 40. And that's your answer, negative 40. Now some of you might be asking, why is this first one a negative and the rest of these are minus? Well, here's the rule. If there's nothing in front of it, it's a negative. If there's nothing in front of it, you put a negative. If it's in between things, you put a minus. So if there's nothing in front of it, you put a negative. If it's in between things, you put a minus. That's a rule that pretty much works out most of the time. And your answer is negative 40. So let's look at the very last one. Evaluate the expression when s equals 12 and t equals 24. And now we have some decimals. Sometimes decimals freak you out, but the calculator does it for you. So I'm just going to put 0.4. And then up here, s equals 12. So I'm going to type in 12. Then I have a positive 0.2, so plus 0.2. And t equals 24. So I'm going to type in 24. And then plus 2.5. That just comes straight right from right here. So 4s times, or sorry, 0.4s, so 0.4 times 12, plus 0.2t, so 0.2 times 24, plus 2.5. Yet again, all I've done is replace the letters with what they told us. Now let's let the calculator do the work. So 0.4 times 12, 0.4 times 12 is 4.8. So 4.8. A positive 2 times 24. So a positive 2 times a positive 24. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not a 2. That's a 0.2. So positive 0.2 times 24. So you gotta be careful. Would have gotten it wrong. Is 2.4. It's a positive number, so plus 2.4. And then this plus 2.5 just comes on the end. So 4.8 plus 2.4 plus 2.5. To do that by hand might take a little while. Let's just put it in the calculator. 4.8 plus 2.4 plus 2.5. We hit enter, and the answer is 9.7. 9.7. And that'd be the correct answer. They might give you fractions, they might give you decimals, but either way, the same process works. You just replace it, and then you multiply, and then you combine all the numbers. If you have any questions, raise your hand. I'll come around and get to you as soon as I can. Make sure you write all of this down. So if you need to pause and go back or rewind, please do so and get all of those steps written out. Thank you.